Empress Fair Lady. We enjoy watching people suffer. This is what I'm saying. Whatever they did with this ladder, this is India. They brought it low. I feel like this wasn't a fair lady. It could have been a fair man. This doodoo brown energy. Enjoying watching people suffer. That made me think about my little picture of me when I went to Texas a couple years back. 10 plus something. Yeah, the kids were still little. Kids were still little. 10 to 15 years. I call her the Hannah or Hannah energy because you know Hannah was the youngest one that didn't get nothing but from whoever her husband was in the Bible. But that could also be Dalit energy. See how it's like it's the fair woman is in reverse. This could be like darker India. The Dalit people feel like they don't never get nothing. They always at the bottom. But they use a light skinned person face. Cause almost like whatever this is, yeah, they could have had the mechanisms of how to was this the trickster? The magician, yeah. Okay, so they could have had the mechanisms to make it appear as if something is like this. Because again, here go that take care energy. I think the magician, no, the trickster is right here. Yeah. The trickster forcer. That's what I'm saying. Whoever this is, these people, these illusionists, they like to, it's like they try to come in underneath something and take it and give the impression they want to make it like, you know, yeah, America, you ain't all that. Or yeah, America, you failed. But I really think whatever this is, it started with the hidden components in a family unit or something like this. I just think that's what I feel. I feel like the family was already taken out. The last one standing was me from the ashes, the emperor, the queen, whatever. They fed off that shit from the underbelly because they knew and I didn't. But I'm thinking about that hand in the picture because my mom sent me a picture of myself. I'm guessing this was around the time when I was down there. And that was the Hannah version. I haven't seen myself look like that in pictures in a long time. And that was like the first time that I seen myself within the past 15 years when I took that picture. But my Apple phone is gone. And I feel like that's what they're investing in. Maybe making it seem like it's the one, but like all this shit is hollowed out. Like this is really them allowing these people to leave to like basically, I don't know, cut off America's head. I don't know. We got love and fraud. This is people that said peace or love, but it was war. But it's really not war. It's just the damage. It's like somebody that ruined something out of jealousy. I don't know, jealousy and envy. Like imagine this is somebody like on the top of the charts, but they envious of you. I mean, somebody would have had to have something worth being jealous of. Like this is like industry niggas going over into what else out there or whatever. finding out like, oh, it was other people blessed like this, and just going in. It just, it's weird. Tapping into certain fountains, certain things. It's a curse. Because these people was never supposed to touch this part, this sector of something. And this is like somebody being with you for 30 years and then pulling out after they was able to rename, relocate all your business, all your stocks, all your companies. And then saying, see, I told you wasn't the one. Nigga, you don't spend if somebody wasn't the one, if the energy was fucked up, you saying you came up off this person energy, you really didn't. It's down because somebody tried to do whatever to see it without the energy. So the next step is nothing. Like, okay, you took something down a notch, but the next step is nothing because this don't, whatever this is that you did don't hold up forever. It's concerning. I'm about to say scary. Y'all know I don't like to use scary, but it's concerning because that means that no thinking real fucking people is at the top. None. Like, you didn't get me, motherfucker. You got everybody. You got you too. You got your children's future. You fuck something up out of just envy and jealousy. I mean, this is that. Oh, you know how to do that? Oh, all right. What's he said he know how to do that. Like playing with shit that got to be like, I don't know. You kind of got to know what you're doing. This could be also the reason why some of us they were doing like brain damage or brainwashing, so that when it's time for you to stand up and say, hey, I know how to do that. Put me back on. The data is not there. The data is transferred. The old heads that would have known how to realign something is done. That's what COVID was about. But these niggas scrambling like I said, and there's no professionalism at the top no more. So it's just we just waiting for whatever this is, man. Because I feel like somebody's trying to say that somebody is that kind of person that you're not involved, you just ruin everything. No, your whole plan from the beginning just ruined everything. You know, somebody's plan from the beginning, just how hasty and how you know you was fucking wrong. Telling you. They want to make it seem, well, this is the reason why, or whatever this is, but there's no way. There's no way to explain away whatever these people did here. Okay. They want to say, well, you don't know how to do it. Well, damn, yeah, you're probably right about whoever this is because they never had a chance to do their own thing. But their energy was being used in a way where it would make it unknown to them so they wouldn't come looking for something by the time this shit collapsed. And there's a component, like I said, of sex and all this stuff that, say you was built up on, your nation was built up on like textile or something. Well, you said they the number one in textile. Well, what that mean? You know what I'm saying? And then we thinking about too, like I told y'all, for some reason, source was telling me that like China is not known for porn, but they might be some of the number one dealers of porn or something like this. Okay. And it's not like a porn industry. This is like forcing individuals that don't have nothing to do with porn into porn. It's just something that's really fucking sloppy. And that's why I said about these particular men, but there's women too. It's like somebody acting like they got it all together, so on and so forth. But really, most of these people are now, whoever these men is, that can't even fucking control themselves. The thing was just to throw everything in shambles so that they don't get caught for their. That's why I said people that don't know how, or they do not like to be held accountable for stuff, they will fuck up the rest of the world. That's what I'm saying. Or they wasn't involved in raising their children to a certain extent. Rather, these are like behind the scene God's building or whatever this is. Somebody that just want to use. You don't take care of your star person or your this or that. You know, you got your person that do like acrobats. They in flipping around up in the air in the circus, making all this fucking money. 20 feet in the air and shit. And you got this person out here doing stuff that could ruin their body, their legs or their arms or something like this. And that's your prize. That's who's making you the most money. You're not gonna have that person doing strenuous or unnecessary shit with their fucking body. You'll be in a contract where people can and can't do with their body or something like this. And the thing is, the shame on these people, because whoever these people is, we know they know how it works, but they was just thinking about the money and how much was coming in and how big this shit looked, whatever this is, and just ruin everything. Ugh. Ugh. And then they say you or me are the one that will ruin everything if you not included or you jealous or something like this. But no, not everybody that was used to having money or knowing what a lot of money feel like around them. Let's get that straight when we talk about the net worth. Should be in charge of some sectors when it comes to making fucking money. Some people should have just stayed in entertainment and been entertainers. I don't give a fuck about you getting mad. And you should have stayed out of other people's database. So these motherfuckers try to ruin your database, ruin my database or whatever. So when they do got to give it back, they'll be like, see, I told you it wasn't this person. I told you it wasn't that person. It's like everybody running up out of the sex industry so they don't get caught there and hide up under like economics or something. But they don't really know nothing about economics, so economics is falling. I don't know. It's something weird that was done here. And they act like I don't know that they're transporting, right? Somebody like, oh, I told you it wasn't you. It was another one or somebody else or not this version. Um, I am the one out of everybody that was getting sick around here, whatever. 4 or 5 people. Well, 4 or 5 people. But this also could prove that they made some kind of antigen. I was saying something about the virus next door. They carry some type of antigen. If that's a clone of Elizabeth that lives next door, Mary. Okay, Mary and Joseph. But that'd be crazy. That'd be like Mary and Joseph trying to kill Jesus. The younger version of a Joseph. They killed off the old Joseph and the old Mary, and the young Joseph is trying to kill Jesus. So they could have recently just jabbed me with something with the moon energy or the spirit of the moon, which they could have been using for a little wolf energy. But it's like my frequency is stronger than these motherfuckers' existence. So I don't even have to do nothing. Whatever this is, I was just naturally plugged into it. These niggas got watched me all this time, got jealous, plugged themselves into the server. And just because they feel good, because they making money, because these are people that think about them or their family or something like this or whatever this is immediately right now, what they're getting out the deal. So I feel like somebody could be trying to make somebody afraid here, okay? That you got something or jab me with something or whatever like this. But this is like consistent with a man sticking around a woman long enough to harm her or ruin her, going unseen long enough to harm her or ruin her or force something on her that's not even natural to her. This is like somebody spending time in a lab saying, yeah, you got this. I know that you don't get sick from whatever, whatever. Let me create something to make you sick. And since you don't want to be with me no more, then I'm gonna make something that's I'm gonna get these African scientists and shit to make something that's gonna put your ass out of here. And it's like, who want to be with you after I just found out what you did? Somebody already thought this through, but they didn't. Again, the point is somebody needed your or my energy, period, in order to do whatever it is that they have done. They didn't start nothing that wasn't already yours or mine. And Shein and shit is just a conglomerate of all these other stores, like Forever 21 and them shutting down. And somebody switching over the server. And it's just basically it. Hold on, y'all. Mm. So I don't know. I feel like if this energy or whatever this is with my neck or whatever this is, like I said, with the cough or something, um, it's making me think like fake Gaia, right? They watched long enough, fake Gaia. And I don't know if it was like Hades or Zeus that tried to make some kind of illness or whatever to make everybody sick that's going against them because they was trying to get something to get back together where a certain group will be like ruling her and him and I think Persephone or something like this. Um, hold on, but this could be like a swap from the north and the south. Hold on. Ooh, just like the aspect of people that know how to dress other people. And there's people that know how to, dress themselves. One would be good doing good in the marketplace. Just because somebody shop a lot don't make them a good designer or anything like that. It just means they like to shop a lot. And this could also be the downfall of something. People that like to get high on their own supply. Somebody could look at you and be like, "Oh, girl, you do not know how to dress. How you open your mouth to say, you sure about that?" But I'm telling you, somebody wanted to keep you away from nice clothing and wearing things a certain type of way. But you think about it today, I told y'all. When you think about it today, little kids ain't dressing up no more. When I go to these schools, it look like a damn mental institution. These kids be walking around with them damn um well, I noticed that there's something about a lot of group of people that's wearing like those, Chinaman jump sweat. Cause I be talking about one of my twins in her early 20s. She dressed kind of like that, and then the kids at the school dressed like that too, like with like little sweatshirts and maybe a little hoodie shirt, a little t-shirt, a little you know sweatpants, not the ones that's tight on the ankle like what we used to wear with jogging suits, and not a jogging suit, or leggings or, those yoga pants that flare out at the bottom. They dressing like this. You know, I really don't have much clothes. I just put on what I could put on or was clean. And so there's no rhyme or reason to me dressing today. Um, but I still think it's still different. It shows a different, I don't know, something like to what we used to be. Because that's why I feel like they just trying to turn the whole country into a real, they didn't talk this whole prison system thing into reality. And they're just trying to turn our country or our nation into a big old prison. Because America the one that get the downfall for everything. Like we be watching y'all. No, you ain't watching me. You watching people that surrounding me stealing my stuff, acting like they my family, but they really from other countries. And they working with in-laws and communities. You know what I'm saying? You ain't looking at me. Like you looking at them. It's like a big fucking hijack. Let's see who some of these fraud people could be. I got to wonder what happened. I know I ain't just went up there and waste all my time doing that. Hold on, somebody got my thing unplugged. And then these people try to hurry up and sell off the family members that are ones that was really supposed to be holding these stocks. Okay, I won't say bonds because I don't like what a bond man sound like. Okay. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I just woke up. Now we got all these evil little gremlin demons because the flood then came in, so the water is supposed to enhance the gremlins, right? So now you got these cyber gremlins and all these people that's mad because the people that they was pairing with and choosing over you, it's something. There's something going on here. Something of a landslide, and somebody want you or me attached to it, but we don't have shit to do with it. We got everything to do with it. Like we are it, but we don't have nothing to do with it. Like you are it, but you don't have nothing to do with this. because somebody wanted to build something alongside. They just had you there as a decoy. Somebody was making all the decisions that shouldn't have been making all the decisions. They said, let me unplug this person. I'm going to plug myself in, figure this out. Yeah, throw this over, all the shortcuts and everything. And now all the shortcuts that y'all put in because you didn't think that that person was, you knew that person was valuable or you wouldn't have been in their energy wasting your fucking time. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Nobody that ain't nothing, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, energy wouldn't be used with something. Like somebody too busy trying to make you think you ain't nothing. And it's like, motherfucker, you got a lot to do with me being nothing. You been stalking me for a long time and all up under my shit for me to be nothing. Motherfucker, it gotta be something. So I feel like God is about to punish these people and make them nothing. Shit, I don't know how the mechanism work. I just know I plugged into a server and that shit was going decent for a long ass time. And you thought you could do something better or something like this, and you just want to bring something lower. And sometimes somebody trying to do something cheaper or lower, you're gonna bring that shit into non-existence. And then you're gonna start uprooting the dirt. What the fuck you really got going on underneath? It just, I don't know what to tell you. But I just woke up after I took 2 hours sleep. All right. Because I was like, let me just, my arms was hurting again. I was trying to finish my hair and I couldn't finish it. So I just did like the front row. I started on the back row and then I'm like, oh, I'm just tired. These are all the same people. You had 21 years or 21 Jump Street looking ass. And then now somebody want to bring something. These is the only people I know that like to tear something down and they don't want to admit that they was wrong or they didn't get scared in the middle. These is people that be bold about them trying to take over something. Man, it ain't nothing but a couple little pieces of paper. You know, this sound like somebody like your uncle from the hood. You know what I'm saying? He don't know nothing bigger than his own, family or his own room or his own hometown